What's going on? Yeah, man, odd stuff going on around town. My mother said the other night at 12 o'clock at night, someone came banging on her door and they were like hooded out like this, like blacked out, so you really couldn't see them. And they were asking strange questions. They were saying, "I'm hungry. Please, can I have some food?" And like the whole like her neighbor across the hallway, like they came to the other door and was like, "Yo, we got your back. We're watching this person because it's definitely was looking odd, right?" And it was a woman, and my mom said it looked like both her eyes were black, like not like someone done beat her eyeballs, right? And she was asking for food, and they whipped her up a plate real quick and gave it to her. You know what I mean? And it was like they really couldn't like tell you exactly what the person looked like. It was like weird, really weird. And strangely enough, in Hiawatha, there's a song. It's called "The Ghosts," and these things came from to test human to see if they had any charity or not, or if they were still nice. And basically, the dude passed the test, and then they gave him some kind of like they told him to stop the Egyptian Viking style of burial, where you bury the dead with all their earthly belongings and kill their freaking dog and stuff, put it in the grave with them. It was gave a like they told them not to practice that custom anymore. And it's funny though, but when this happened, I got a deer hide from a buddy as a gift, and uh, I was working at this hide and collecting the fat off of it, and it talks about these things eating the fat off the deer hide in the story. Strangely, all these things happen within a 48-hour period of one another. Uh, and it's creepy. So in Flint, but then there's also, they said in Flint, there's been these people that come and bang on the door and say, "Look, man, we just need some help with some gas," and then all of a sudden they come in and home invade the joint. But my mom talks a lot of crap on the internet about powerful people, so I mean, also that could invite in some weirdness into your life. I know it certainly has mine. But yeah, man, there's potential black-eyed kids in Flint. Like I swear, dude, I seen Mothman in Flint before they announced the water crisis. You know what I'm saying? It was this thing flying in the sky, but its wings didn't flap. But it looked like a person, kinda, with kind of like these hang glider, almost like wings on it, freaking floating above the house from a window. I got a video of it, but I don't know if I caught the actual thing flying through the sky. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of high strangeness these days. Uh, um, and it doesn't freaking surprise me. This stuff is really, really strange. So, and there's also, it does say in the Bible during certain times that there are angels sent out to test people, to look like when Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot or Abraham went in there and he was like, "Well, hey, God, if I find five righteous, will you not destroy the place?" He was like, "Go ahead, try to find them," and he couldn't find any. So I mean, is it potentially that there are hidden messengers and testers and markers going about the earth looking for, like marking people for either like the Passover, like doorpost, or the destruction? You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure, but it's definitely interesting and quite spooky, very spooky. We're not far away from still the Halloween spirit, and they say this time of year is the veil between the dead and the living is very thin. And I mean, you can see that it's like it's darker these days anyway, and I think just that darkness allows like people's minds to invite more spirits through, because of it's kind of like when your morale's down, you're weak, You know what I'm saying? If you have a heavy spirit, it makes you more susceptible to attacks, both physically and psychically and astrally, spiritually. But yeah, man, creepy stuff. So there's terrorists going around, not terrorists, but terrorizers, home invaders, thug life. Uh, and potentially it was one of these same jackers, but the way they described this woman sounded really creepy. It sounded more like, and another thing, the way this woman was asking uh questions sounded like the Black Eyed Children, because the way they talk is like sometimes some of the things they just don't make any freaking sense. Same thing with the Men in Black. They talk in such a weird way, like they have a weird kind of voice, like a high pitched kind of voice that doesn't make sense. And the Black Eyed Children will ask strange questions like, "Let me in, I'm hungry." Like, look, and then there's the hungry ghosts of China. That's a term. And basically in Hiawatha, these things are what you would call literally a hungry ghost. And you know, um, I don't consult the dead or anything, but that doesn't mean if there's ghosts around, they're not gonna play their little games, their Casper games, like moving your stuff around, knocking stuff over, uh, causing electrical malfunction. Like, it's really crazy. Like, it's Ghostbusters type charged atmosphere, like the first one, or at the end when the gargoyles came to life, and then the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was walking around. And then in part two, they had this charged like plasma slime stuff that would. But if you look at the mystery of water, it says that water has memory, so it's kind of like a system of energy distribution of the planet, water, sewer, stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, man.